Cathy, welcome to Luna Bird Book Club. Okay, hello, this is going to be like a cosy walking and reading vlog because I'm on a little weekend away with my friend Anna and we're in Scotland. We're in the Palfoot Hotel in Dumfries and Galloway. I've sneaked away for the weekend with my best friend and we're going to just do lots of walking around. We've already started. We have visited a wetlands nature reserve. It was called Carverlock and it was a beautiful place. You arrived at kind of a farmyard and you could climb up this tower to get views of the whole reserve and with this ginormous telescope through which you could watch all the birds, and it was a really splendid day. There was sunshine and showers and wind, but we loved all of it. And everywhere you went there were these little hides dotted around so you could go in and get really close to the water and watch the birds swimming around, and it was absolutely beautiful. And we've had brunch in a cafe, the Boathouse Cafe, and that was really beautiful. And we've walked in showers and sunshine, already kind of started, and now we're at the hotel. We're going to chill out here, read for a bit, and we've got a meal this evening. So I'll show you the room and I'll show you Anna, who's my bestest friend. So this is Anna. Hi. Anna works in a library, a university library.
Indeed.
And she's a fellow expert at reading and a great recommender of books and a great buyer of books for me. So we love Anna. Mm-hmm. And this is our room. We've just got in now. It's about 4 o'clock and I'll show you the view outside. And this is the view outside. We've got a golf course, mountains over there, and you can see the rain coming in over there and the sea. But yeah, I think that's a really nice view. So we've already done quite a lot of walking today, so now we're just gonna chill out and read. Okay. Thought I'd show you the books that I brought for this trip away. Now we're only here for like 3 days, and I have brought 3 books, but this is because I haven't started any of them, and if I didn't like it or if I wasn't in the mood, I wanted to be able to swap. So I've got The Architect's Apprentice by Elif Shafak, and Anna just said Neil's read one of her books and liked it, so that's good because I actually know nothing about this, so that's a nice recommendation. Then I've got The Stallions of Woodstock, part of the Doomsday Books series, which I literally just started in the last 10 minutes. And then I have Cornish Horrors, Tales from the Land's End, because who doesn't like a little collection of ghost and horror and folk stories. And my thinking was obviously if I didn't get on with one book I'd swap to the other, but now I realise I've started reading this one and I'm kind of committed to reading this anyway because I've got all the books in the rest of the series, so I actually didn't need to bring 3 books. But there you go. And Anna's brought just one?
Just the one. So the final one in trilogy, Faithbreaker. So we had started with God Killer and then I can't remember what the second one was called.
I can't remember what the second one was called.
But just saw that this one it came out, so it was an impulse buy on Wednesday and I immediately started reading it. So
nice. I've yet to read the series, but I am interested to read it. And those are our books. Okay, it is Saturday morning. It is looking a bit grey outside. A bit moody and grey, but that's okay. Okay, so good morning. We had a really nice evening last night. We just had a meal in the hotel bar. I had an oven-baked cod with this crumb crust and beautiful white wine and mushroom sauce. Amazing. And then we had these chocolate fondues afterwards, which were very, very sweet and tasty. And it had this dollop of raspberry ice cream. And I think chocolate and raspberry is one of my favourite combinations ever. So that was really nice, really chilled. And then we just came back up to the room and read some more. It's been very, very relaxed. So yeah, now it's the next morning. We're about to go down to breakfast. And after that, we're going to go do a walk with a sculpture trail and a castle. Okay, we've just arrived at Castle Lock, got a beautiful lot behind us, and we're going to go on a walk about 3 or 4 miles. And just as we arrived, I was stood here looking out at the water. I was just looking at the view, taking a couple of photos. As I stood up here, I just saw suddenly a backside, 2 legs and a backside disappear into the water there, and I think it was either an otter or maybe a mink. And I think, you see there's like some holes. I think that's where it came from. I've been staring at the water ever since, but I can't see anything else apart from ducks. Well, we found one otter. Oh, there's a print track here. So this walk around Castle Lock took a couple of hours because we kept stopping to pause and look at the view. But I think the walk was only about 2.5 miles, maybe closer to 3 miles long. And it was really easy to follow. We just followed one track all the way around the lock until we got back to the car park. There was lots of interesting things to see along the way, including some very cool sculptures like this one of Robert the Bruce. And it was really fun to stop and look at all the wildlife too, including a very cheeky robin who came quite close to us when we were walking along. And there were also swans and geese about on the lock. And we also saw a ruined castle. I would have liked to have got closer to the castle, but unfortunately it was behind a fence with a big danger, no unauthorised entry sign on it, which was a shame. I always like it when you can get close to ruins, but it was still very cool to see, and I enjoyed circling it to have a look at it from all the different angles. I have to say I have not researched the castle itself to know much of its history, but it was fun to see. And again, around the lock at different places there were viewing spots where you could walk out and get closer to the water. We did keep a real strong eye out for otters, but unfortunately we didn't see any other sign of them apart from that first brief glimpse at the car park. And then we went to Annan for the next walk. Oh, is it not? Have we come the wrong way? This looks nice though. We're attempting our second walk of the day. It's about close to 1 o'clock. So we did one walk, that went really well. I saw an otter and we walked around the lock, and then we went to a bakery, we had some drinks, and then we grabbed some wraps and Tesco. We've had them in the car. We're going to try and do our second walk, but it is forecast to rain any minute now, so we're going to just try a look and see how far we get. Also, we might be on the wrong path. We are on the wrong path. We're going to go, but we got to see the nice river. So we're going to try and get on the right path and do this walk fairly swiftly, and try not to get too wet. Slight problem, the path ahead is submerged. I mean, we have been walking in wetlands, so there's all these like puddles and stuff behind us, but up ahead, I don't think we can carry on this way. We've lost the path to a river, so I think we'll turn around and do a different walk or way. We did eventually find a path that we could follow, which led to lambs, which is always fun. The weather wasn't great as we did this walk. We did get quite battered by the wind and the rain, but we made it out to the estuary, and it was a great fun boggy landscape to look at. But by that point we were quite drenched, so we retreated back to the hotel bar to read our books and drink hot chocolate, whilst the sea was quite stormy outside, which is one of my favourite things to do. And the next morning was quite a different story. The sun came out, the sea was very calm, there were blue skies, so we quickly went out first thing in the morning just to walk down the road and see the sea, and Anna took some photos of the beach, which was really nice. Hello, so it's our last morning, it's Sunday, and after yesterday's drizzle and wind and atmospheric weather, the sun has now come out. So we've done a little walk along Palfoot Beach. Anna's taking some photos, and then we're going to drive to Hodden Castle and do some walks there before going home again. So we're going to try and make the most of this nice weather whilst we have it, but it's absolutely beautiful here. This is the beach in front of us. I'm not going on it because I don't want to get my trainers mucky. So after we'd been to the beach, we walked back through the village of Palfoot, which is an adorable village, by the way. I'm really glad we stayed here. And we got to our cars, and then we drove about 10 minutes to Hodden Castle Woods, I think this part's called. And this was a very different walk to what we did the day before. The day before we'd kind of mainly done wetlands walk, and this was more walking through woodland and walking alongside the river. And it was a really beautiful day. It was really sunny, a very different experience to the day before, which was handy because after this walk we each had to drive about 2.5 hours to get home, so it was nice that we didn't have to do that in wet clothes and be a bit bedraggled. Instead we got this beautiful morning together, and it was really, really nice. I really enjoy walking through woodland. There's something about walking amongst the trees that really does me good. And again, this walk was about 2.5 to 3 miles and didn't take long at all, although we did keep stopping to just admire the beautiful views and soak in the sun. And then eventually this path led to Hodden Castle itself, which was an amazing castle. And the castle's actually also a caravan park, so if you wanted to, you could come and stay right here on the grounds, which I thought was cool. Hi!
Hello!
I'm back home now, all is with me.
Yeah.
I forgot to finish the vlog.
And this is like your 5th time filming this last bit.
And it's taken me a while to figure out how to film this last bit. So after that walk, Anna and I basically headed back to the car park, and then we hugged and said goodbye and went back home. Sad times, always sad to say goodbye, but I'm so glad we grabbed that weekend. It was really nice to spend some unhurried time together. She's great company, and I really enjoyed walking around a part of Scotland I'd never been in before, and it was just really, really good fun. I came back home feeling very energised and happy. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's a little bit out of the norm of what we normally do here on Luna Bird, but I think walking and relaxing and reading all go hand in hand. And I did finish The Stallions of Woodstock, and it was an amazing book, and I was really glad I read it. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye!
Bye!
What was that?
That was BMO.
That was BMO, all through BMO. BMO says bye too. Bye! Oh, let's not zoom in that far.